Here we can see that we have our ChatGPT response. A while back, I showed you how to build a free SIEM at home using Wazuh. Since we last spoke about Wazuh, AI has ended up pretty much everywhere. Every product, dashboard, and release note seems to have AI features now. And quite often, it's just a chatbot bolted onto the side. Wazuh has been experimenting with it as well. But this one has a practical job. When a file lands on our Windows machine, Wazuh will trigger a YARA scan and remove it if it matches one of the YARA rules. The rule context then goes out to an LLM and its explanation comes back into the alert, giving us more context. The thing I want to test today is whether that explanation is actually useful or whether it just adds a convincing paragraph to something we already knew. This isn't a new AI feature built into Wazuh, it's a proof of concept from the official documentation. YARA is still doing the detection, the AI is there to explain it. We're going to build the whole thing and see how useful that context really is. You will need Wazuh running already. If you've not built the lab yet, I'll link that original video down below. If you're new here, my name's Joshua Clarke. I'm a senior cybersecurity analyst based in the UK, and on this channel we get hands-on with defensive security tools. Let's get into it. So here we have our Windows 10 box that we already have monitored by Wazuh, which was set up in the previous video. And the first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and install Python if it's not already installed. So let's open up a browser. So let's go ahead and search for that. We're going to go over to the downloads page. And in there, let's download the Python install manager. Once that's downloaded, we'll go through the installation steps and make sure that we've got the latest version of Python. So that's installing. While that's installing, we're also going to want to get the C++ redistributable package. So let's download that as well. Once they're both installed, we'll go and grab some YARA rules. Okay, let's grab some YARA rules. So let's go for VirusTotal YARA rules. You can just search for that and you'll find it on GitHub. You'll find the latest releases. And if you scroll down, you'll find one that is packaged for Windows. So here we've got 4.5.5 and it's got a Windows build. So let's download that. Perfect. So we have YARA here. So let's extract YARA. We'll just extract that to downloads for now. So now if we hold Shift and right click in this folder, we get a PowerShell window. And we're going to want to copy YARA over to the active response directory. And we're going to need to make that first. So let's do make dir. And then we're going to want that directory to be here. Let me just copy this over. You want to pop it in quotes because there is a space, end quote. So we'll make that directory and we have access denied. So the reason for that is we're not in a privileged PowerShell session. If you right click on PowerShell, you can run it as administrator and we'll try that command again. You can press up on the keyboard and it should bring up your last command. And you can see this time it's created that folder, no problem. And we're going to want to jump into grab this YARA here. So let's grab our path. We're going to do copy, pop in the path, and we want YARA 64. You can use tab to complete that. And we're going to want to put it in this new folder that we've created here. There we are. So we've copied YARA over, and just so that you can see that, let's open this path in Explorer. You can actually just do Explorer and then throw in the path. Quotes again because of that space. You should see it open Explorer onto that path and we can see YARA has been copied there. Perfect. Next, as part of this demonstration and the proof of concept from Wazuh, we want to install Valhalla API in Python. So let's do that with Python -m pip. So that's just telling Python to use the pip module, which is the package manager, Valhalla API. So you're going to see it download. Because this is the first time we're using Python, it's going to download the latest version of Python, and then it should run our command. There we go. You can see it installing. We now have the Valhalla API. Valhalla is just a repository of YARA and Sigma rules. So now we want to grab those YARA rules from Valhalla. So let's start with Python-C, which runs a command. So this should be a capital V, and so should this. So let's try that again. Now that that's downloaded, we need to move it into a new rules folder. So we'll just create a subdirectory in the new YARA folder that we made. and we'll call that rules. Now that that's made, we'll copy over the file that we downloaded, yara rules.yar, and we'll paste that into our new rules folder. And again, if we open this in Explorer, you should see that in there. There it is. So just open your text editor of choice. I'm going to open Sublime. I'm going to paste in the script that is linked in the description. And for Sublime here, I'm just going to change this to Python so we get our syntax highlighting. And for this particular script, it's going to enrich the alerts using an OpenAI model. But you can adapt this script to work with Ollama, any other provider. But for this demonstration, we're going to do the proof of concept, which is an OpenAI key. So in here, I'm actually going to change this to GPT-5.6 Luna, and then I'm going to pop in my API key, which I'll do off screen. If we scroll down and have a look at what this is actually doing, you can see that it is grabbing the information from a Yara rule hit and then passing that over to the agent using your API key. And again, we can change the model, we can change the provider, we can change this to a local model. But for this, the easiest setup is to just get this working with the proof of concept. And we can see here, all it's saying is, in one paragraph, tell me about the impact and how to mitigate, and then the description of the alert. So that's all that's doing. So let's save that. And we want to save that in our bin folder that we created earlier. And we'll just call it yara.py. Let's use python-m pip install py installer. This is going to allow us to make that yara.py executable. Py installer. It has a capital P and I. Make sure you don't fall foul of that. And then let's do tac f and throw in our file path. And that is Yara. And grab the Yara py file. There we are. So that is turning this into an executable file that can be used by active response. We're actually going to want to move the Yara file into our active response bin. So let's do that now. If we go up one directory and list that out, we should see the file there, which is ready to use by active response. Let's open up our OS set configuration file. And in here, we're going to want to add the downloads folder to make sure that's being monitored. You can find that under syscheck. And you can see here all the directories that are being monitored. So for this demonstration, let's add in our downloads folder. Once that's done, let's save this. And then we just want to restart the agent on this machine so that the new configuration takes effect. And we can do that with restart service name Wazuh. Okay, that service has restarted. Perfect. So over on the Wazuh server, we're going to have to edit the local decoders so that it knows how to deal with Yara rules. So let's open up that folder. I'm going to just drop all the way down to the bottom here, and we're going to add in the Yara configuration here. So this configuration you'll find on the website that will be linked in the description. Go ahead and save that. And then we just need to add a couple of rules to our local rules. So let's open that up. We're just going to paste in the directory of our local rules, which we've used a few times in the previous video. And in here, we'll just drop down to the bottom. We'll create this group, which includes rules for our Yara scans. So we can see here we've got one for added to the home directory, which will be for Linux. We've got the user downloads folder for Windows, scan results, files deleted. So let's go ahead and save that file out. Now we need to set it up so that when those rules fire, it runs our Yara AI script. So let's open up the Wazuh Manager config file. And I've opened this in Sublime Text so that we've got the syntax highlighting for XML. We're going to want to come down to our active response section. And as you can see here, I've added in the command Yara Windows with the executable yara.exe, which is the name of the executable we made on the monitored host. And also a active response entry here for Yara Windows running locally on that host, and the rule IDs that we created earlier. And then if we save this file, we just now need to restart the Wazuh Manager. Because I'm already in sudo, I'm just going to do systemctl restart Wazuh Manager. When I tried to restart the Wazuh server, it actually errored out with a config error for ossec.conf. You've got to be really careful with XML because if it's formatted incorrectly, then it won't load. And here I've forgotten a /, and here I've also forgotten a /, and also here I've forgotten to close all of these tags. An incorrect syntax, which means I won't be able to restart the Wazuh manager. So with those corrected, let's go back and see if we can restart. We'll try that again. And it restarted successfully. Now we're ready to give this a spin and see if it creates the alerts and also whether it reaches out to the LLM. I am going to switch back over to the Windows host. We're going to use a couple of files that Wazuh has provided in their documentation to trigger the alerts. Again, this documentation is linked down in the description, but let's do the first one. So we're going to download this file, pop it in our downloads folder, which we have file integrity monitoring turned on for. We can see that Windows Defender itself has picked up the file, but let's go and grab the second one. And the final one, all three picked up by Windows Defender. One thing to bear in mind when running this proof of concept, especially on Windows, is that Defender can swallow up all of your files. So here we can see our YARA rules were swallowed and all three of our test files were swallowed, which meant that the rules fired for FIM, but they didn't fire for the YARA detection. So let's clean this up. Just for the purpose of this demo and lab machine, I've added the YARA rules folder and the downloads folder to the Defender exclusions. And I'm going to restore the files now so we can try the demo again. Now, if we head over to the Wazuh dashboard and type in rule.groups::YARA, we'll get all of the events that have come into the SIEM for YARA rules. So this one here, we can see that we have our ChatGPT response. So what we've set up is working. Once it fires on a YARA rule, it runs the active response command on the end host, and then it reaches out to our AI endpoint to get a summary. So here we can see worst Linux shell.php.txt appears to be suspicious because it resembles a semi-automatically generated web shell or command execution script disguised with a .txt extension. If uploaded to web accessible directory and misconfigured server handling executes it as PHP, attackers could gain remote command execution, steal credentials and data, modify or delete files. And you can see the rest of that. So as you can see, it's a really neat way of getting additional context into your SIEM events, especially for YARA rules that might have a rule title, but not necessarily a descriptive explanation of what's actually happened. So obviously all AI comes with a pinch of salt. It can hallucinate and different models will perform differently. A good proof of concept, which you can expand on, build on. Okay, that's working. We've taken the lab from my original Wazuh video and added another step to it. File integrity monitoring spotted the change. Active response ran YARA. The matching file was removed and the LLM explanation came back into the same event in Wazuh. For me, the useful part is speed. An analyst gets some immediate context without leaving the alert and starting from scratch. But the limitation is just as important. The model didn't inspect or reverse engineer the file. It explained the YARA rule context we gave it. So that response is a lead to validate, not evidence to copy straight into an incident report. I think the next step is to either swap the external API for a llama so everything stays local, or take Wazuh's newer agent proof of concept and see how well we can investigate across multiple events. Let me know which one you'd like me to build next. I'll put the original Wazuh build and everything used in this video below. If you want to keep building out the lab with me, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.